So I have Duncan here, and I'm going to start muzzle training him. He's actually a really good boy, but sometimes he makes poor choices around other dogs. So for the safety of the other dogs, we're starting to teach him to wear a muzzle so that we can interact safely with other dogs and not have any accidents happen. Muzzles are your dog's best friend. In any situation, you're able to know that everybody's going to be safe. We start this off very slowly just by introducing it, letting them interact with it. We're going to be using lots of treats. Generally, muzzle conditioning, you can plan for a good 2 weeks training to get to the point where the dog is comfortable wearing. We don't want to rush anything because we want the dog to love wearing this, and that's just like another piece of thing like the collar that they wear, that they don't care about it. Often the reason dogs don't like their muzzle is because we jump in there and throw it on their face and expect them to be okay with it, and they just aren't. So we're going to go nice and slow with Duncan, and I'm going to show you the beginning stages of what we do. So right now I just want him investigating it, smelling it. Yeah, go boy. Creating positive association with it. Yeah, go boy. And as he gets comfortable with it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a treat on my hand, put the muzzle over top, and allow him to get it, if he wants to. He might not be ready for that yet. Yes, good boy. So in this case, he's already very hesitant. So all I'm doing is just putting the treat right on the very edge and allowing him to take it. And he's realizing that's not a big deal. He can grab it and back away right away. And as he gets more comfortable, it'll go in deeper. And I want him putting his whole face in. Boy, that one was a little deeper. This time I'm going to try and put it in all the way at the base. Good job. That was a full put his nose in. Good job. So I hid that one. He had to work a little harder to get it. Good job. So his face stayed in just a little bit longer. Now you can see he's a little bit more engaged. He's not backing away. He's realizing this thing's giving him treats and it's not such a bad thing to go ahead and put his face in. Good boy. Now that he's consistently putting his face in, I'm going to start cueing it with a word. And I'm just going to title it muzzle so that he knows the expectation is when he hears that word to put his face in. So a couple of treats go in. Muzzle. Yes, good boy. We're going to slowly keep building that. So as he hears that word, he knows he's got to put his face in. Eventually, he's getting a ton of treats right now, but eventually there won't be a treat in there. He'll put his face in, back out, and then I'll give him the reward. Muzzle. Yes. Muzzle. Yes. Muzzle. Yes. Good boy. Muzzle. He goes, nope, you didn't put the treat in there. Yes, good boy. So right there was no treat inside. He eventually put his nose in. I pulled it away and rewarded right away for doing the right behavior. I'm just starting him to get used to hearing that sound. What's the expectation? Look at his engagement now. He's like, this is kind of fun. This is a game to him. It's not something that's to be feared. Muzzle. Yes. Muzzle. Good. Muzzle. Boy. Nicely done. Now what I'm going to try and do is just present it with no treat inside, but reward him when his nose does go inside. So this becomes voluntary. There's no treat pulling him in. He's doing it himself whenever I present it. Muzzle. Not quite. Try it again. Muzzle. Yes. This is nose, nose. There's no treat there now. Muzzle. Progressed that too fast. Good boy. So that's as far as I'm going to take it today with him. But the next few steps that we want to be working on as the dog progresses to be comfortable, the next few stages is building duration. So having the dog stick their head in, holding, and pulling it off and rewarding. Once they're comfortable doing that, we've got these straps to work with. So then the next thing we're going to do is have the dog put their head in, hold it, and do nothing more than put the straps around their head and pull it off and take it off again. Again, getting them very comfortable with that sensation. Oh, yes, good boy. I'm going to reward that interaction. That was purely voluntary on his part. So we have their head in it. We're working with the straps. The next stage is to actually get to the point where you're clipping it on. Now, I often recommend start by doing this sound away from the dog because it's behind their ears when you do that. And if they haven't heard the sound beforehand, they can startle from it. So we just take it nice and slow. Even if you want to pop it, so you'll have a treat ready. Go click, Yeah, good dog. So again, they're just accustomed to that sound. So we're at the point now the dog can put their nose in. You're bringing the straps around their head. You're going to clip it on, but that's only for a moment, and immediately take it off and let them go again. Once we get to the point that it's clipped on and they're okay with it, then we slowly build duration. You start with 1 minute, then you go to 2 minutes, then you go to 5 minutes. And when your dog is wearing the muzzle, do things that they enjoy, whether it's go for a walk, go outside, and because something like this is a Baskerville muzzle, it has holes where they can still get their tongue out and lick up treats. Put some treats down on the ground and let them forage for those treats and enjoy it. Just find a way to make it an interactive and a pleasurable experience for the dog. And then in no time, you'll be able to have your dog wearing their muzzle comfortably in situations where you know you need it.